everybody. So we're going to be doing basically a chart breakdown from price action standpoint. Not much of a technical analysis. We're not going to use any indicators as we are just looking at a still market. It is 3:23 Chile time, which basically means it should be somewhere around 1 p.m. New York Standard Time, right? So excuse my voice if it does sound a bit weird. I have a sore throat. But let's take a look at the trade that we took today. So you can see I have some alerts as I was expecting gold to drop down. Let's stop all of these alerts and let's go back to the chart. So why am I on this? Actually, I don't know why I came to the monthly. So what we actually need to take a look at first is what is happening right now with gold. So we could take a look and we could see each one of these candles are 6 days, which means it's a week. And the reason why I did 6 days is because technically, right, from Sunday to Friday is 6 days in the market, right? I mean, let's be realistic, right? Even though the session starts at a different time, but Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is 6 days. Saturday is really the only day we don't trade. But now let's take into consideration. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 trading weeks right here. And I want you all to pay attention to what is happening, right? So where is my, anyway, this is almost the same thing. So right here, we have the main point where we can see it's really being rejected from this area right here. But we can see where it's where it has wicked up to, not keep being wicked up to, was this area right here, right? Which is 721, which we can't seem to get back to. Now, this is not a problem, obviously, for us as traders, as in we trade no matter, well, I guess it does depend, obviously, if it becomes a problem or not, because if, this is rising and, in all our charts as well, you have the pair that is against the US dollar increasing. That means US dollar value is going down, inflation, blah, blah, blah. So in the overall run, it does affect us, but we're talking about in the market, right? So don't quote me on what I said. But, man, my voice really is hurting. I have a sore throat, but we're going to push through this. But as we can see here, price is not coming back to this point, even though it is not much of a big problem for us because we're going to trade it either way. What we always do want, though, is volatility in the market in a set direction, not volatility going back and forth between a specific area, because then we can get trapped. We can hit a lot of stop losses, especially if you're a day trader and you're expecting a day trade. And apparently it's just a scalp of 50 to 40 pips and boom, back up to the upside, 50, 40 pips, boom, back to the downside, 60 pips, boom. Like, you get it, right? Like a ping pong table. We don't want that, right? And it could be a ping pong if it's 200 pips ping pong. But, you can't, beggars don't be choosers, right? So, cool. You already notice this area right here where it's keep being rejected from. We could see it. Like, this is obvious. Right here, tap, rejected, and right now we're on this brand new week where we see it is now doing the exact same thing. So let's take a look at the 3-day time frame, and now the week is broken up even shorter as we want to get a bigger definition to see what in the world is going on. So as we take a look at this, we see a support level that we want to mark out, right? And we're not going to delete this one because it's a 3-day time frame. We really don't need to make it that long because each one of these candles is 3 days, as we could see. But, well, it could really tank like that, as we could see it happened. But for right now, this is Gucci, okay? Now, within this, we can see what is going on. Right here, right here, it almost looks like we have a chart pattern well, a candlestick pattern forming, right? And a candlestick pattern could almost be a cup. Now, it hasn't been completed yet because this is the 3-day time frame. But if this candle does close below our resistance line, well, support, well, resistance now because price is under it, what we can now expect is price to come to our support. But I would say 2600 to be more exact. Man, I hope you guys aren't annoyed with my voice. This is really annoying for me right now. But we're paying attention to the chart right now, right? And something that we also want to pay attention to is that we can notice a FEG, a fair value gap. But this is on the 3-day time frame, so I would not really count this as deep. Come right here, 2638. So this could be a target level. Let's go down to the daily time frame. Oh, wow. Okay, sweet. So that 2665 was tapped already. Um, and the new one, what we're looking at is, oof, okay, this is a beautiful area to be honest. And let me show you the area, right? So we had an accumulation area right here in the past. And let's see if we can find a support for this. Cool. This would have been a support. This price took off from this area right here and shot up. So let's bring this over here. Okay, so now we're back in that area. So 2630, and I think on the other part we looked at 2638 because that was a part of the FEG area, if I'm correct, on the 3 time frame. Yep. Okay, cool. Now, what we do want to make note of also is that it is Monday, okay? It is Monday, and Wednesday is only, what, a day away, 2 days away? So we want to also not unload all our tools on the first week. Guys, I promise you I'm not using any voice emulator or anything. My voice really is weird like this. Please forgive me. So we want to keep that in mind. Now, thing is we want to look for an entry, okay? It's super important we figure out where can we get an entry? What is going on inside the market? How can we, be able to determine what is going to happen next? Now, you can never be 100% sure what is happening next in the market, but what you can do is you can make an analysis and you can be able to understand how to react to the movement, right? So if you have an analysis based off, okay, this is what will happen and this is what I'll do with it, and it goes opposite way, only thing you have to do is just reverse that analysis, right? You just flip the script. Now, not all the times because it could be a fake out, but this is just an example, right? Don't take that, don't quote that word for word, but it's like for gold now, I would know that's what I'm going to do, right? So it's like earlier today, on one of my accounts, it didn't work out well because that one got wicked out actually. But earlier today, we was actually trying to long from 2690, and I noticed 2690 was not breaking, but it keep getting tested. Okay, I don't have to go that deep. You can see right here, it keep getting tested. Cool. After I see it came up here and it got rejected, I sold at 2685 to 2672 actually. I closed before it reached 2665. So it was like I was able to understand how the market shifted because I trade this pair so much, right? And there's certain things I saw while I was looking at the chart, even though I was half sleepy. But what can we expect now? So now we are back inside our area. And what we want to pay attention to is the areas where there has been some resistance. So on a 6-hour time frame, okay, sweet, this is Gucci. We have this part right here. I noticed it just scanning my screen. We can see price has been rejecting this area multiple times, sitting and resting on it. So this area is an area, oh wow, same area, that FEG area, perfect. This area is an area of importance. So from 60 to 38, that's about what, 220 pips maybe? Who knows? I'm not really that good with math out of my head. So we could be looking for a short. Honestly, if it touches 38, I would say we could push that at 35. 256 pips, cool. So this is an area as well we can be looking at. Then on another side, we also can be paying attention to is 26.0, like I mentioned. So it's like we have both of these playing out right now, and the only thing is I wouldn't take this trade right now because market is obviously closed, but this is an area that we actually can pay attention to, right? So when market opens, if market opens between, man, my throat is hurting me like a killer. Market opens anywhere within this, what's this X? Okay, that's ad text. Anywhere within this area, to be honest, we can be looking to take a short, right? And we just use a 50 pip stop loss. Now, what supports this analysis? That's probably the number one thing most of you guys are going to ask. And most of you would probably want to be using some form of indicators, right? For those of you that use indicators. So you have the RSI, the MACD, and you already know how it is with the MACD, right? When it's crossing over, it shows it is going in a downtrend. And the settings for this one, I've not used my RSI in so long, so forgive me. I've not used any indicators, to be honest. Okay, but most of you guys understand RSI, right? Once it's crossing over, and we have our this line going up and this line coming down. Once it's crossing over down, it shows us we're going in a downtrend, but it's a lagging indicator, so it lags. So it's not going to tell you at this exact moment, this is what's happening. Our MACD, everyone knows how to use the MACD. I don't have to break this down. This is clear as day was showing us what's happening. I don't have to explain that. And now we also have our EMA and SMA, which is basically our exponential moving average and our small moving average. I think I can pull up the settings I use. I mean, are simple, my bad, I said small. Damn, no. That's not how you open it up. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. So the length on this one is 9. Close. I know when you're doing it on MT5, the MetaTrader application itself, the settings are a bit different. But this is what I have here for it. But yeah, so, you know, you'd slap on your technical analysis. I legit, honestly, do not use indicators anymore. And I know. I probably should be using it in the videos or breakdowns for those people that only understand it that way. But I just personally do not use it, right? Now, this is a very important area, to be honest. Let's make sure we mark that out. And, you know, I probably would place another smaller trade just to have that one rolling as well, too, to be honest. I'm not even going to lie to you. I do this a lot. I have like about 3 positions. And so like this position would obviously be super low at risk, like 0.2%, 0.3%, 0.5%. So like the overall would be basically, you know, about 1% risk I have total running at the time. But that would be the max I would be taking, right? There wouldn't be no more positions I'm taking unless, well, basically all these would have stop loss at the same time. But unless, let's just say when this comes to here, I would be moving obviously one of these down, the stop loss and profit. So if one of these do hit take profit, I probably would take another position writing down, but I would not close. I'm not open any other positions unless take profit hit or stop loss hit on one of these. But yeah, that breaks down my thoughts, honestly, for what's coming for gold. And I should also be explaining what I do see as well too. My bad, my apologies. So let's just break down as well too. I keep remembering. This is why a lot of people do draw on the screens. I still have to get into that habit. So let's just do this here. Oops. So this here is a chart pattern, right? Now, if you look at this good, you can see what kind of chart pattern this is. This is straightforward, right? Now, I think this one we draw on a 3-day time frame. Well, not 100% correct. Let's just go back and check. Nope, that was on a daily, I think. No, it wasn't 6 hour. Definitely not. So that's been on the 6-day then. Please forgive me trying to remember. I remember one point in time, it used to show you where you did it. Oops. Yo, that's wild. That is wild. It had to have been here, right? But then, like, why isn't it lined up properly? All right, sweet. All right, sweet. There we go. I was drawing this on a 6 hour. There we go. Cool. So here we have a chart pattern, right? And we already have our resistance line drawn. And now we draw our other supporting lines. Which now shows us that we have a ascending triangle. And what this now tells us is that price is going up. But we cannot base our analysis off of chart patterns, right? What we also notice is that it has broken out of this pattern. So what we most likely will see is that price will retest in this area. And like I explained, once price comes anywhere in this area, I'm basically looking to get in, okay? Another thing that I noticed on this chart, when it came to basically me identifying, and oops, I think I have the magnet click on. Okay, there we go. Basically me identifying a certain area. Let's put a channel. So this is basically a channel, right? Me identifying a certain area was that we have a channel going on. Inside this channel, we did not have the price basically reach the same area. How did I know this? Was, well, basically because it looked the same, right? There's no way that in a channel, you could see right here, that it's going to be the same. Like this needs to be a little bit higher for it basically to reach within the channel. Like it has to tap. Like it's just certain things, you know, like I said, I'm not a math whiz, but you begin to recognize certain patterns when you trade for so long, or when you look at candlesticks for so long, basically you begin to notice it. Now I know a lot of people do like to honestly use man, my throat is killing me. My throat is 100% killing me. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. Nope. Okay, I cannot remember the name. Oh, yep, bars. There we go. I do know a lot of people do like to use the bars because the bars are just straightforward. There's nothing really else to it. And it also shows you the open and the close of that candle. Let's see if we could just zoom in a bit. Okay, no. I think the colors are too light. That's why. Okay, one moment. Okay, sweet. We just do this for now. So if you take a good look, you can see where the price opened. Where you can see right here on the left, this is where it opened, and this is where it closed. And man, why isn't it zooming in? But you all should be able to see, right? So opened, closed, and you can see right here, it opened, closed, opened, closed. So a lot of people like to use it just because it's more straightforward. I do not, as I cannot see the volume in the candle. So this is why I like to use candles, because I can see the volume inside it. Now let's get rid of that. Honestly, I don't remember the kind of gray that I had. I'll be changing my color soon anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so that's basically my analysis for that. I'll be looking to, oh my God, this is not how it was. I'll be looking to take the trade when the market opens up. In terms of my overall, okay, let's get rid of this. I might keep all this stuff on my channel. In terms of the overall target points, these will be my three target points basically. This is why I have three basically different positions. So whenever I basically send out a trade idea and I send three TPs, it's just really for the different set of people, right? Scalpers, swing traders, day traders, whatever the case may be. I normally always use between TP2 to TP3. So yeah, so that's basically my chart analysis. Now, I should have done my fundamental analysis first, but I did want to break down the chart analysis before I ended up doing the fundamental analysis. And it's just because I'm not taking a trade right now. So we could always come back and adjust this later. But, yep, I hope you all understood it. Let me know if you all like it.